Well, good day and good evening. It's actually the evening, and I'm back. My name is Wayne Albright, and I'm back for another baseball game this evening, the 2025 playoffs. This isn't exactly a replay of what has occurred in real life. This is a what if, or however, we have the playoff tree up here so far. We are in the divisional series for the American and National League, best of 5. All the series have completed 2 games so far, and I'm using OOTP, Out of the Park Baseball 26, for this tournament. And tonight's game will be the Phillies and the Reds, and it's going to be a National League game day with 2 games. This is the first of 2, and then the next game day we'll have all 4. But you can see 3 of the series are tied at 1, and the San Diego Padres can end the series at home later on this game day when they host the Brewers. So we'll see if the Reds' magic can continue, or if the Phillies will muscle it up a little bit and take control of the series. It's now a best of 3. And the Phillies have lost the home field advantage that they gained during the season. So 2 games now coming up in Cincinnati, and whether we go back to Philadelphia is yet to be determined. So let's go to the starting lineups and all that good stuff. The overview. As you can see, the starting lineups are on the screen. I will be controlling the defenses and substitutions for both teams. The computer managers will handle the rest. It is an afternoon game at Great American Ballpark, and around 44,000 on a 53-degree day, and the wind blowing in from right field. So to start things off for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies, leading off will be Trey Turner, the shortstop. Batting second will be Kyle Schwarber, the DH. Batting third, Bryce Harper. The first baseman, Alec Bohm, the third baseman, bats fourth. Nick Castellanos, the right fielder, will bat fifth. And, okay. Will bat fifth. JT Realmuto will catch and bat sixth. Edmundo Sosa will play second base and bat seventh. Harrison Bader will bat eighth and play center field. And batting ninth, Brandon Marsh, the left fielder. Starting pitcher for the Phillies will be Ranger Suarez, the left-hander. Started 26 games, 12-8 record, 3.20 ERA. And for the Cincinnati Reds, the homestanding Reds, this is their lineup for this game. TJ Friedl in center field will bat first. Matt McLean playing second base, bats second. Eli De La Cruz, the shortstop, bats third. Austin Hayes, the left fielder, bats fourth. Miguel Andujar bats fifth and is the DH. Spencer Steer, the first baseman, bats sixth. Gabrian Hayes, the third baseman, bats seventh. The eighth batter is Tyler Stevenson, and he'll catch. And the ninth batter will be Noelvi Marte, the right fielder. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds is a left-hander, Andrew Abbott. Appeared in 29 games, 10-7 record, 2.87 ERA. The Phillies especially might use a starting pitching by committee. Both teams might. So we'll see if how far these left-handers can go in this game. So I think we will get started here and fly into the ballpark at the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. For Game 3 of the National League Division Series. And according to the overview, it looked like the Phillies were strongly favored. So we'll see if that actually turns out and actually the Phillies actually show up to their potential. So here we go. You can see the defensive alignment for the Reds in this afternoon game. Starting in left field will be Austin Hayes, then center field will be TJ Friedl, and right field will be Marte. From left to right on the infield, Hayes, La Cruz, McLean, and Steer. and the catcher Tyler Stevenson, and he'll catch Andrew Abbott, the left-handed pitcher. So leading off for the Philadelphia Phillies here in Game 3 will be Trey Turner. He is 2 for 8 with a home run and an RBI. So here we go. And the first pitch of the game will come after the fly-in through the ballpark. A lot of red, both teams. And it's a fly ball to left field, popped in the infield actually, and the third baseman, Hayes, will catch it, and that's the first out. So Kyle Schwarber will step in. 3 for 9 during this playoff, or this series. He had 56 home runs during the season. And a 1-2 pitch. He did hit left-handers very well. And that's up the middle, and that's a base hit for Schwarber. So his 4th hit of the series puts him on first for Bryce Harper. They need contribution from Harper and Schwarber, and they got it in Game 2 to tie the series. So we'll see how this goes now. Harper with Schwarber at first. He does steal occasionally, so they'll have to keep an eye on him. 1-1 pitch. That is well hit to center field. And Harper has cleared the fence by quite a bit in center field. 425 feet on a 1-1 pitch. And the Phillies take the lead early, 2-0. So like I said, the Phillies sometimes, or a lot of times, run well when Schwarber and Harper contribute. And it's already 2-0. So a good start for the Phillies here in the top of the second. And Alec Bohm will step in. That was a blast to center field. And we'll see how Bohm does. He's 1 for 8 in this series. And a 1-ball pitch. Abbott off to a rocky start. Lined into left field. That'll be the 3rd hit of this inning. So 3 hits in a row to start this game for the Phillies. With 1 out now, Castellanos will step in. 2 for 7 with an RBI. Alec Bohm at first. 1 ball, no strike. Ground ball softly to third. Hayes will go to second, and then to first, and the double play. So they get the double play despite the slow ground ball. Not a fast runner in Castellanos. So a pitcher's best friend double play. And that will end the inning. But 2 runs on 3 hits, nobody left. And after a half inning, it's 2 for Philadelphia to start this game. Ranger Suarez takes the mound with a lead already. And he will face Friedel, McLean, and De La Cruz to start off for the Reds. So we'll see what kind of stuff Ranger has. The left-hander. And he starts with a full count to Friedel, the center fielder. Strike 3 looking. Painted it with a changeup. That's his best pitch, the changeup, and that's 1 out. So a good start. McLean, second baseman, bats second. 4 for 14 in the playoffs so far. And that's 4 games. So a 1-2 pitch now from Suarez. And that's a strikeout on a curveball. 2 outs. So 2 quick strikeouts now for Ranger Suarez, and he'll face De La Cruz here in the bottom of the first. 2 strikes on him. Been efficient so far. And that's strike 3. He has struck out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. And that was a fastball. And nobody left. So an inning complete. Philadelphia 2, Cincinnati nothing. So the Phillies jump out quick here in the first inning. And Abbott now will face Real Muto, Sosa, and Bader. Real Muto is 1 for 7 in the series. And a 1-2 pitch from Abbott. That is softly grounded to Hayes at third. He will make the throw, and he will get him by a step or 2. That's the first out. Sosa steps in. He has not batted so far in this series. Gets the start at second base with the left-handed starter. And 2 strikes on him now. Fly ball, short center field. Coming in on it is Friedel, and that's the second out of the inning. Harrison Bader, the center fielder, will bat. He's 0 for 4 in these playoffs in this series. 1 strike to Bader from Abbott. That is lined into center field, and that will get in and be a base hit. So Bader gets a 2-out hit to keep the inning going. And he is a threat to steal. Brandon Marsh up to bat. He's batting .500 in the series. So we'll see if he can continue the inning with 2 outs. 2 balls, no strikes. There goes Bader. The throw from Stevenson to second, and Bader will steal second. So Bader ends up at second with 2 outs, and he's in scoring position and trying to add to the 2-0 lead are the Phillies. 3 balls, no strikes to Marsh, and that's inside. Ball 4. Fastball missed. So 2 base runners with 2 outs. A little bit of trouble here for Abbott here in the second. And Turner steps in. Popped out to third base his first time. Batting .222 in this series. 0 for 1 in this game. And a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch. A little number out in front of the mound. Turner's fast. They better hurry, and they get him. Stevenson makes the throw. 2-3, and that's the third out. So no runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on base. An inning and a half has been completed, and it's 2-0 Philadelphia. We're in Cincinnati for Game 3, and the Reds are batting here in the bottom of the second. Ranger Suarez had a very efficient first inning with 3 strikeouts. So Hayes, Austin Hayes, Andujar, and Steer will bat. Austin Hayes is batting .211 in the playoffs. And 1 strike. Lined into left field. And it will reach the fence. Marsh will dig it out in left field toward the left field corner, and that will be a leadoff double for Hayes. So a base runner. First hit for the Reds here in this game. And he'll be followed by Andujar, who is hitting .250 in the playoffs. So a leadoff double puts a base runner at second. 3-1 pitch from Suarez. That is grounded to second. And Sosa goes to his right, but makes an errant throw. And base runner will move up. Hayes will stop at third, but the error by Sosa will put Andujar at second. So second and third with nobody out, and the Phillies fielding issues have come up again. They had 3 errors in the first game. I don't know if they had any in the second game. Let's see. No, they did not. So now they have an error already, and it's only the second inning. I got a bug on the screen. Ugh. All right, so second and third, and nobody out. The infield plays back with Steer up to bat, batting .190 in the playoffs. He does have a home run and 3 RBIs. So here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Struck him out. Check swing, but a fastball got him, and that's 1 out. So the 4th strikeout. The only outs that Suarez has had are strikeouts. So 1 down. They will keep the infield back. Outfield shallow. Why? We're going to make him normal. Okay. And Hayes batting .278 in the playoffs, 2 RBIs. So second and third, 1 out as the Reds try to get back into this game. And a full count from Suarez. He's not been quite as efficient as the first inning. That will line to center field, and I think this game will be tied as Andujar will score, and the two-base, or the single, knocks in 2 base runners, and we are tied. the error comes back to haunt the Phillies here in the bottom of the second. So once again, their defense lets them down. And now a base runner at first as Hayes drives in 2, and Stevenson will step in at batting .222. He's the right-handed batter, catcher. Hayes is at first. Suarez has had some difficulty here. He only pitched 14 pitches in the first inning. He's already had 19 this inning. He's not been as efficient. 3 balls, 2 strikes, another full count, and that will walk, and that will be first and second with 1 out. How long will they hang with Ranger in this game? They do have Nola and Buehler available as starters. And then the question is, who would pitch in game 4? But we worry about that after this game. So, or they worry about that. Marte will bat, 200 so far in the playoffs. First and second, and only 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes. That is hit up the middle, and it will sneak through. And the bases will be loaded for the top of the order. So the top of the order will bat with only 1 out. And Ranger is really struggling in this inning. And he may be on a short leash here. So the outfield will play not shallow. Why are we playing shallow? The computer. Ugh. Infield will play corners in case there's a bunt. The double play depth in the middle infielders. So bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the second, trying to make a big inning for the Reds. 2-strike pitch. Grounded to third. There, he picks it up, comes home, and makes the good play. So boom, gets the guy at home plate. Gets Hayes. A fielder's choice. And a 5-2 putout. Base runners do move up. And the bases are still loaded, but now there's 2 outs. So Bo made the right decision on the weekly hit ball, but he made the right decision going home, and we're still tied. McLean will bat, infield will play back with 2 outs as Ranger tries to get out of this inning. He's already faced 7 batters. He's up to 45 pitches, over 30 pitches this inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Fly ball into center field. Bader drifts to his left. It's over his head. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Here comes the 3rd run from first base, and the bases clearing double by McLean has broken this game open for the Reds, and I think that's going to be it for Suarez. All 3 runs score, or all 3 base runners, and the Phillies have dug a hole here in the bottom of the second inning. And that will be it for Suarez in this game. He only lasts 1 2/3 innings. And they're going to go to the bullpen. He's already faced 11 batters. And they will go to the bullpen to face De La Cruz. So the bullpen will come in. And we're going to go with Buehler to pitch. Walker Buehler will pitch, the right-hander. He appeared in 3 games for the Phillies, 3-0, .66, but he appeared in 26 total games this season with a 10-7 record. But Buehler will come in to relieve Suarez and try to get out of this inning. It has not been a good inning. It's funny, Suarez was pitching well, got 3 strikeouts starting the game, and the second inning has fallen apart for him. So now Buehler will be in, and he will face De La Cruz, who will now switch to the left-hand batting side. So Matt McLean at second with 2 outs, and a 5-2 lead now for Cincinnati, the Cinderella of this tournament so far. 3-1 pitch from Buehler. That is flied to left field. It's pretty deep, but drifting over is Marsh, and that'll be the third out. But a lot of damage done by the Reds in this inning. They got 5 runs on 4 hits, and they leave a base runner at second. After 2, the Reds lead it now 5-2. So the Phillies have work to do now against Abbott. They trail by 3 runs, but it's the 3rd inning, so there's plenty of time. See if the bats wake up and get them back in this game. So Schwarber will bat. He singled and scored his first time. On a 1-2 pitch, struck him out. That's the first out on a changeup. That error was very costly in the bottom of the 2nd inning, and opened the door for that big inning. So 1 out, and Harper will bat. He has a 2-run home run so far. Full count to Harper. And he struck out. So Abbott has a little bit of fire to him now that he has the lead, and he strikes out Schwarber and Harper here in the top of the 3rd. Alec Bohm will bat. He singled his first time, but ended with a double play. And a 2-strike pitch. Bohm, weak ground ball to Hayes, and that'll be the 3rd out. So 1-2-3 for Abbott here in the top of the 3rd. Right now, the Phillies are trailing 5-2 after 2.5. So the Reds put on a 5 spot, and Hayes, Andujar, and Steer will now face Walker Buehler. They're hoping, or the Phillies would probably want Buehler to go 4 or 5 innings. We'll see. 1 strike. Grounded to second. Sosa comes up with it and makes a low throw, but 1 out. What is his problem? I thought he was a better defender than that. 1 out. He's having a hard time at second base. Might have to put Stott in. His throws have been bad. Andujar will bat. He reached on an error by Sosa the first time, and he has scored a run. First pitch. That is lined to left, and that will be a base hit. So another hit for the Reds, their 5th of the game. And Spencer Steer will step in. He struck out his first time. So Andujar at first with 1 out. And a full count from Buehler. Struck him out on a fastball at 99 miles an hour. I didn't know Buehler had a fastball that fast. So 2 outs, and Hayes will step in. He singled in 2 runs last inning. So first base, 2 outs. Buehler trying to get out of it. 1-2 pitch, and he struck him out. So a good inning for Walker Buehler here in the bottom of the 3rd. Another 99-mile-an-hour fastball. So 3 outs. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. 3 innings complete here in Cincinnati, and it's 5-2 Cincinnati. We go to the top of the 4th. Castellanos, Real Muto, and Sosa will face Abbott at a 1-2-3 inning. Last inning. So Castellanos steps in on a 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Abbott has caught fire here. And 1 out. He has 3 strikeouts now out of the last 4 batters. And Real Muto will bat. First pitch to Real Muto. Fly ball, right field down the line. Over to get it is Marte, and that's 2 outs. And Sosa will bat. Flied out to center field his first time. 1 strike pitch. Lined out to left field, coming in. Shallow left field is Hayes, and that'll be the 3rd out. 1-2-3. Go the Phillies here in the top of the 4th. Cincinnati 5, Philadelphia 2. So Buehler has had success. so far. An inning and a third. And he'll face Stevenson, Marte, and then the top of the order. Buehler's job is to keep this game close. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball left field into the gap, and it will go to the fence. Marsh will grab it. And into second is Stevenson with a stand-up double, so he'll be on second with nobody out. So the Philly bullpen will wake up again as they need to keep this game close. And Marte will bat. He singled and scored his last time, so a base runner and nobody out. And the first pitch. That's lined into center field, and that will be a base hit. Here comes Stevenson. Oh, he stops. So, the catcher, not enough speed, stops at third, and it's first and third with nobody out, with the top of the order coming up. This game could get out of control here for the Phillies. So Frieda will step in, and the infield will play in. You almost have to. Infield in. Infield in for the Phillies with nobody out. They need to cut runs off. 5-2, the Reds lead. 1-0 pitch. Grounded to third, and it's Turner does not make the play and make a throw. That's a single and a run scored. So now it's 6-2. And with runners at first and second. Phillies are not able to make these plays in the infield, and it's hurt them. And McLean will bat. He has a 3 RBI bases clearing double his last time and struck out. So first and second with 1 out. And a full count. Oh, that's hit well to right center field, and that clears the bases. A 3-run home run for McLean, and the Phillies are they're in trouble now. That is 6 RBIs for Matt McLean. 3-run home run. It's 9-2 Cincinnati, and Buehler does not accomplish what he needs to do, and he will come out of the game. So after a good start for Buehler, in an inning and a third, it falls apart, and the Phillies will go to the bullpen again. And let's see who we will pick. I'm not sure any of them are going to be winners here. So this is not a good game. David Robinson will come in to pitch. And see how successful he is in this game. Robinson appeared in 20 games with the Phillies. 2-0, 2 saves, 4.08 ERA. So Robertson will come in here with 1 out. What's he have with him? And another pitching change. So Matt McLean, 6 RBIs in this game, and we're only in the 4th inning. He has a home run and a double. So De La Cruz will greet Robertson here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Cincinnati. 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for the Phillies. The Phillies' defense has really cost them in this game, but the pitching hasn't helped either. So here we go. De La Cruz is 0 for 2. 1 strike pitch from Robertson. Grounded to first. Harper picks it up, goes to first base, and that's the first out of the inning. So Buehler didn't get any outs. and it will be Austin Hayes. So 4 runs are already in this inning. 1-2 pitch. That is lined to right center field. That's another hit all the way to the fence. Bader will not play it. It will be Castellanos to play it. And on to third goes Austin Hayes with a triple. And a triple for Hayes. This is not what the Phillies wanted in this game. Austin Hayes hits a triple. Okay. He has a double and a triple, and there's only 1 out. And the infield will have to play in again. Trying to tack on more runs with Andujar up. He is 1 for 2. He has scored a run. Phillies need to get out of this inning somehow. 2-1 pitch from Robertson. Grounded to third. He'll hold at third. Bohm to first. So the base runner will not, Hayes will not come home. And that's 2 outs. So they got what they needed with that at bat, and Spencer Steer, who has struck out twice. So 2 outs, 4 runs are in, and Hayes at third. And the first pitch to Steer from Robertson. Line to the pitcher, and that's the 3rd out. So that's it for the inning. After 4, it's 9-2 as the Reds score 4 runs on 5 hits. They leave a runner on third. So after 4, the Phillies trail by 7. And Abbott is hot. He has been pitching well the last 2 innings. And the Phillies need to get their act together here to get back into this game. So Bader will bat. He singled. He stole base his first time. 1-1 pitch. That is grounded sharply to first. And Steer will grab it and go to first. And that's the first out. 1 out. That is 8 in a row now for Abbott. And it'll be Brandon Marsh. Full count. And a strikeout. That's 2 on a changeup. So 2 outs, and Turner will bat. He's 0 for 2. 9 in a row for Abbott. And the first pitch. Weakly hit to third. Better hurry. Turner beats it out. That's a single. Single for Turner. And that's the 5th hit for the Phillies. So 2 outs, and it'll bring up Schwarber, who has singled, scored, and struck out. Schwarber needs to come through. So does Harper, to get the Phillies closer. 3 balls, no strikes to Schwarber. And that's low, and that's ball 4. So first and second with 2 outs. Can Harper do something now to get him closer? He has a 2-run home run, but he also struck out. So this is a big moment for the Phillies. They have 2 batters on, or 2 runners on with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 5th. 1 ball, no strikes to Harper. Sharply hit to second, and it's through to left field. Turner will score. Schwarber goes to third, and Harper will end up at second. So a base hit. The 3rd run will score for the Phillies. As Turner scores on the play, Schwarber goes to third. And since the play they threw home, Harper will end up at second. So now 2 outs with runners at second and third. So all 3 RBIs are Harper. So he has showed up today. The Phillies need some hits now. There's 2 base runners out there. And Abbott will face Bohm, who is 1 for 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball to third. Hayes bobbles it, and that will be another run. So it's 9-4. Error on the 3rd baseman, Hayes. So the Reds give a run back on that. Bohm will not get an RBI. So the inning continues with Castellanos, as the Phillies are clawing themselves back into this game. 2 outs. Harper at third, Bohm at first. Castellanos is 0 for 2. Need something big from him. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out looking on a slider. The Phillies do manage 2 on 2 hits, and they leave 2. So after 4.5, the Reds 9 and the Phillies 4. David Robertson will be asked to pitch one more. And Hayes, Stevenson, and Marte will bat. Hayes is 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. He has also struck out. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Robertson. Struck him out on a cutter, and that's 1 out. 1 out, and it'll be Stevenson to bat. He is 1 for 1, 2. He has scored twice. He has a double. Robertson's job is to get through this inning. First pitch. Lined into center field. In comes Bader, and he will grab it, and that's 2 outs. So 2 outs. They're stretching Robertson a second inning. And Marte will bat. He is 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. And a 2-1 pitch. Softly hit in the infield. Turner up with it, and he will not make a play to first. And that will be the 3rd single for Marte in this game. And that puts a base runner at first and brings the top of the order with Friedel to bat. Robertson, he's got Friedel up, and then, oh my, McLean after that. So, do they go to the bullpen or not? I'm not sure. I guess we'll stick with Robertson. Robertson is 1 for 3, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Or not Robertson, Friedel. Friedel is 1 for 3, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. So 2 outs. Marte at first. See if he takes off. 2 strikes. He does not. And Robertson comes through with a knuckle curve and strikes him out. So Friedel strikes out for the 2nd time. And that completes the inning. And 5 innings are in the book. And it's 9-4 Cincinnati. So Abbott had a rough time with 2 outs last inning as the Phillies put some pressure on, and they drew a little closer. Still trailed by 5. Real Muto, Sosa, and Bader will bat. 0 for 2 is Real Muto, and a 2-2 pitch. Struck him out on a changeup. And that's the first out of this inning in the top of the 6th. That was a changeup, and Sosa will bat. 0 for 3. Let's look at the bench for the Phillies. Let's see, Otto Kemp, Weston Wilson. Boy, there ain't much, is there? I mean, they could bring Kemp in. Does he play any other base? All right, here we go. Sosa, 0 for 2. And a full count. Inside, he walked. Fastball missed on the inside corner. And that will put Sosa at first. And Harrison Bader will bat. He is 1 for 2. So the Phillies, with 1 out, have a base runner. See if Bader can continue the inning. And the first pitch. Lined into left field. That will put 2 base runners on, first and second, with 1 out. Brandon Marsh will step in. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So a little bit of stirring here for the Phillies, trying to get back into this game. And Abbott, this might be his last batter. So 2 outs, or no, 1 out. Top of the 6th. Brandon Marsh, one of the hotter hitters, or better hitters, for the Phillies so far in these playoffs, in this series. Let's see if comes through. One ball. Fly ball out to left center field. Well hit. And it will hit the warning track. Here comes the first run. And another run will come in as Bader scores right behind Sosa. And 2 more runs now for the Phillies on a double by Brandon Marsh. So now the Phillies have climbed back even closer. And they still have the top of the order coming up now with Turner, Schwarber, and Harper. So it's 9-6 now. So we've got a barn burner here, it looks like, potentially. And that will be it for Abbott in this game. He does not make it through the 6th inning. 5 1/3. And Cincinnati will go to the bullpen. And they will use, well, they've got Schwarber and Harper up. My. They don't really have a lot of left-handed pitchers. Chase Burns, Scott Barlow. Man, their relievers are pretty. I guess they could use Santillan. Didn't he pitch in the last game? Phillies won that game 2-1. They need someone to get some outs. So they're going to bring in Tony Santillan. Maybe early for him, but they need to get out of this inning. The right-hander. He pitched 2/3 of an inning the first game. So he will come in, try to put out the fire here against the top of the order for the Phillies. So Brandon Marsh at second after a two-run double. And Turner is 1 for 3 with a run score. So oh, I didn't put him in. Oops. It's good I noticed. Santillan is in now. Santillan, the right-hander, to face Turner, and then Schwarber potentially. So 1 out, 2 runs in, and a 1-2 pitch to Turner. Fly ball center field. In to get it is Friedel, and that's 2 outs. So 2 outs, top of the 6th, and Schwarber is up. And he is 1 for 2. He has scored 2 runs. He's walked and struck out. So 2 outs with Schwarber up, Marsh at second. And a 3-1 pitch. And that's outside. That's ball 4. So the tying run now comes up with Harper. Things have changed quite a bit here since the 4th inning, as the Phillies are trying to get back in this game. And Harper has 3 RBIs. He has a home run, a single. He has scored a run, and he has struck out. So 2 outs. Santillan to Harper. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's outside. That's ball 4. And the bases are loaded for the Phillies here in the top of the 6th. So we'll see if Bohm can come up big here and draw them even closer. So 9-6. I didn't expect really a shootout, but that's what we're getting. And Bohm, he reached on an error. He has singled and grounded out. So he's 1 for 3. So 2 outs, top of the 6th. This is an important part of the game. Can Santillan get out of this inning? First pitch. Oh, he hit him. There's a run coming in, and the Phillies have a 7th run now as Bohm gets hit by a pitch. And the bases are still loaded for Castellanos. The question is, do you replace Castellanos? I'm almost tempted to. He's 0 for 3. So 2 outs, Nick Castellanos up. Let's see who they got on the bench. Bases are loaded. A single would tie this game. Do you bring in Max Kempler? I mean, I'm almost tempted to, with Castellanos not hitting nothing. He's 0 for 3. We're going to bring in Kepler to bat. So Max Kepler will replace Castellanos here in the top of the 6th. As the Phillies look to get a key hit here. All right, Santillan will face Max Kepler. Digs in, lined up the middle, base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes the tying run for the Phillies, and they have scored 5. Oh, he's out at home. He's out. Oh, they didn't tie the game. Oh no, it wouldn't have tied the game. No, it would have tied the game. They threw him out at home plate. Harper gets thrown out at home. And the inning is over. But a base hit for Kepler. That gives him an RBI. Harper gets thrown out at home plate for the 3rd out. Oh, wow. Okay. 9 men bat for the Phillies that inning. They score 4 runs. They leave 2 on. And the Phillies are now back within a run. So, things have turned quite dramatically here in this game. And Harper trying to score to tie it, gets thrown out at home. So now Robertson will be replaced with McLean, De La Cruz, and Hayes to bat. So now we need to see who's going to pitch for the Phillies. It's almost tempting to put Kerkering in here in the bottom of the 6th. That's probably who they're going to put in. So Kerkering will pitch. And we got a brand new game here. 9-8. Two innings for Robertson. Kerkering comes in to pitch. Robertson faced 6, 7, 8 batters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for Buehler. So Kerkering will come in to pitch here in the bottom of the 6th inning. I know it's early, but the momentum is on the Phillies side at the moment. They're going to go with the guy that they think can do the best job. So Kerkering to face Matt McLean, who has 6 RBIs. He is homered and doubled. So Kerkering, the first batter, 2 strikes. Will they try to stretch Kerkering too if he can get through this inning? He just struck him out, but a pass ball by Real Muto will put him on first base. Oh, that's crazy. He struck him out, and another misplay for the Phillies in this game. So it will go down as a strikeout, but McLean will take first base. So there should be 1 out, and there is none. So McLean is on first, and De La Cruz will bat. 0 for 3. Is that an omen for this inning for the Phillies? 3-0 pitch, and he walked him, and it's first and second with nobody out. So Kerkering had an out, and now the Reds are trying to take the momentum back as Hayes will bat. He is 2 for 3. He has doubled, tripled, and scored. This game is tight, and I don't know if they're done scoring yet. 9-8, and Hayes steps in against Kerkering with nobody out. First and second are the base runners. 1-2 pitch. That is lined into center field. That will be a base hit. Will McLean try to come home? No, he will not. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. This is not entirely Kerkering's fault here, as the defense has not done their job again with that pass ball. So nobody out, the bases are loaded, and Andujar steps in. Andujar is 1 for 3. The infield will play in as the Phillies drew close, and now the Reds are trying to break it open again. One ball pitch. Nubber at the mound. He will go home. He will high throw, and they get him out at home. It was a high throw at home. I wasn't sure. So Kirkering does make the out at home. So 1 out. Fielder's choice. That was a close play. I thought he missed through it. So 1 out. And it'll be Steer with the bases loaded. Lined up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes the second one, and the throw home. Nope, it goes to second. And 2 runs will score. And the Phillies trail 11-8. On that base hit by Steer. So 1 out, 2 base runners. It's now 11-8 as Kirkering has run into difficulty here in this inning. And Hayes will bat. He is 1 for 3. He has 2 RBI. So first and second with 1 out. There should be at least 2 outs, but there's only 1. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Changeup got him. And that's 2 outs. So Kirkering has to get through this. 2 outs. Stevenson to bat. He has scored twice. He has doubled. He has flied out. And he has walked. So 2 outs. Andujar at second. Steer at first. The Reds already have 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 strike pitch. And he hit him, and the bases are loaded. Hit by a pitch. The inning goes from bad to worse here. Kirkering will face his 8th batter, and the bases are loaded. It's been an unusual inning. So, to get out of this inning, Marte will step in. He has 3 singles so far. He can really break this game open. Do we keep Orion in? I don't know who else to go with at the moment. So we're going to keep Kirkering in. He's the best option, I guess. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts for Kirkering, and it hits batsman. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out, and that's a big pitch. Leaves the bases loaded. He gets through it, fastball. But the Reds scored 2 runs on 2 hits, and they leave the bases loaded. We have completed 6 wild innings here in Cincinnati, and the score is 11-8, and the Reds lead. So Santillan is done for this game, as he pitched to 5 batters in 2/3 of an inning, and the Reds will go to the bullpen, trying to get to the closer. Not quite yet. And it will be Real Muto, Sosa, and Bader. Nick Martinez is an option. Pagan probably later. Chase Burns. Scott Barlow. Scott Barlow will come in to pitch. For the Reds, they lead now by 3. Lead by 3. And let's see what Barlow is here on my spreadsheet. Barlow. All right. Okay, Real Muto will bat, followed by Sosa. Barlow's in the game. I got to make sure I put him in because I almost forgot the one time. Real Muto is 0 for 3. Sosa will follow, and Bader after that. So trailing by 3 now in the top of the 7th are the Phillies. And a full count to Real Muto. Outside, a walk. Puts a base runner on to lead this inning off. And Sosa will sit down. And Stott will bat. So Bryson Stott will replace Sosa. And pitch hit. He'll probably go to second base. The left-handed batter has a base runner in Real Muto at first with nobody out. So Barlow will face Bryson Stott here in the top of the 7th. 2 strikes. Fly ball center field. Not hit too far. And Friedel's underneath it, and that's 1 out. Harrison Bader. I don't think... all right, Bader will bat with 1 out. He is 2 for 3 as his run scored, and he has a stolen base. So 1 out, JT Realmuto at first, and a full count to him. And that's inside. So a walk. He has walked 2 batters here. First and second, 1 out. As Marsh steps in, he had a key hit. Last inning, a 2-run double. He is 1 for 2, 2 RBIs. He has walked, and he has a run scored. So the Phillies trying to fight back again. Are they finished or not? We'll find out as Marsh steps in, and Barlow will face him. Full count to him, and that's inside, and we have a bases loaded situation again. Scorecard is getting awful messy here. a lot of base runners, a lot of runs. So Trey Turner steps in with the bases loaded and 1 out as the Phillies trail 11 to 8. 8 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Phillies. 11 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for the Reds. The infield playing in. That seems odd. We're going to play corners in and try to cut off the run at home that way. So bases loaded, 1 out for Turner. 1-2 pitch. Lined into center field, and Realmuto will score, and Bader will follow, and that will be 2-run for Marsh again. He is one of the hottest hitters for the Phillies in the playoffs. Oh no, that was Marsh. Oh, that was Turner that hit it. I'm wrong. So a base hit for Turner knocks in 2. Like I said, I have a messy scorecard here. Turner comes through. And it's first and second with 1 out. And Schwarber and Harper to follow. 11 to 10. What a game. Wow. Okay. It'd be something if we go to extra innings with this many runs. All right. So the Cincinnati will go to the bullpen. And they will bring in their left-handed reliever, Brent Suter, to try to get Schwarber and Harper here in the top of the 7th. So Suter will come in, as Barlow was not the answer, it looks like. I mean, he faced 5 batters. And he's responsible for the 2 that are out there right now. Only got 1 out. Suter is in, the left-hander. He pitched in last game. And he was very effective. So Schwarber with first and second, and 1 out. Why is the infield playing that way? They're going to play normal. Okay. All right. First and second with 1 out. There's speed on the base paths. 11 to 10. Cincinnati leads. 3-1 pitch to Schwarber. Outside, and we have a bases loaded again for the Phillies. So the bases are loaded with Phillies here with 1 out and Bryce Harper to step in. He is 2 for 3 with a walk, a run scored, and 3 RBIs. He's hit a home run. So, the tying run is at third. The go-ahead run is at second. The infield is playing in. Is that the right move? I don't know. I think we're going to play corners in with the bases loaded. Try to cut that run off at home, but try to get a double play in the middle infielders. So, 1 out, bases loaded for Harper on a 1-ball pitch. Fly ball right field, and it is gone. And Harper has just hit a grand slam home run for the Phillies to put them up 14-11. An incredible game. Oh my. Incredible game. And Harper has really showed up for this game. That is his second home run. That is his 7th RBI. He is outdoing McLean, who has 6. What a ball game. What a game. 14-11, and we're only in the top of the 7th inning. The Phillies trailed 9-2 after 4. They have scored 6 in this inning, and Suter gives up a grand slam. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And we still got a lot of baseball to go. 14 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Phillies. 11 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for the Reds, and Alec Bohm will step in, and Suter, I don't know if you keep him in the game. Oh, no, you have to. I think. Yeah, you have to, because he hasn't faced 3 batters. So it's going to be Bohm to bat. I don't think he's faced 3. Let's look at this. See, I think he's faced 2. He's faced... batters face 2, so he has to face Bohm. So Bohm will bat. The Phillies lead at 14-11. Those that went to bed missing an exciting game, as this is very exciting. Well, I'm playing it in the evening. It's an afternoon game, actually. So, not to be confusing. So, 1 out, and Bohm will bat. Bohm is, I got to go here, 1 for 3. He has been hit by a pitch, and a 2-strike pitch from Suter. Strike 3, struck him out on a cutter, and that's 2 outs. 8 batters to the plate so far this inning, and the Phillies are racking up the hits and the runs lately. So 2 outs with Max Kepler now to bat, and they won't go to the bullpen, or they won't go to a pinch hitter. And a full count to Kepler. Strike 3, struck him out. So the inning ends out for the Phillies, but they score 6 runs on 2 hits. 6 runs on 2 hits, 4 walks, and they leave nobody on base. It is stretch time, and I need to stretch this game. 6.5 done, and it's 14-11. Phillies now lead. Whew, what a game. And we still aren't done yet. And who do the Phillies go to the pitching? I'm not sure. We got to look at this. Who's up? Top of the order. Might be, let's see. All right. I don't know if the take me out to the ball game played or not, but we're back. I just stretched, and we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Phillies have scored 12 runs in the last 3 innings after being down 9-2 and 11-8. So now they're up 14-11, and the Phillies have to decide what pitcher to bring in. This should be an interesting decision. But we'll put Stott at second. not at second. And look at the bullpen. Oh my, we've got Friedel, McLean, and De La Cruz. Whew. It might be Tanner Banks. Oh man, this is tough. The way this game's going, this is a toughie. I think we'll go with Tanner Banks to pitch. Tanner Banks will come in to pitch for the Phillies. And he'll face Friedel, McLean, and De La Cruz. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Now that the Phillies have taken a lead, trying to get to Duran in the 9th is their goal. 2 innings. No. Okay. The left-hander will come in. Oops. Herkering did pitch 1 inning, but he did face a lot of batters. He faced 8 batters. So Tanner Banks faces the top of the order in Friedel, and then McLean and De La Cruz. Banks had a good year. We'll see if he can protect the lead. The way this game's going, I'm not too sure. Like I said, my scorecard is looking pretty messy. So, Friedel to step in. He is 1 for 4 with an RBI. And the first pitch. Grounded to third. There's Bohm making the long throw, and that'll be the first out. I think the key for the Phillies is they just need to play defense and try to get to Duran in the 9th. And for the Cincinnati Reds, they need their hitters to come through here. And McLean is one of them. He has 6 RBIs. He's 2 for 4, and he has scored a run. And he's hit a home run. So 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike to McLean. Lined into right field, that'll be a base hit. That'll be his 3rd hit of the game. And a 1-out hit puts him on first. So De La Cruz will bat. He is 0 for 3, but he walked and scored in his last at bat. So he flips over to the other side and bats right-handed this time. And a 2-2 pitch from Banks. Oh, that's crushed to left field, and we are within 1 run. Cincinnati has just gotten it within 1. As De La Cruz hits a 2-run home run, and that was a no-doubter, 398 feet. What got into this program tonight? Oh, my. Oh, the Reds just will not go away. After the Phillies scored 6, the Reds now score 2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and there's still only 1 out. Do you leave Banks in? He's This is becoming a circus here. So 14 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Phillies, 13 runs, 15 hits, 1 error for Cincinnati. And the bullpen is, let's see who they got. He faced 3 batters, all right-handed batters coming up. I don't want to go to Walker. I don't want to go to Nola either. Who's going to pitch the next game for the Phillies? It's too early for Duran. I guess Matt Strom. I don't really want to go with a left-hander. They're going to gut it out with Banks. Might be a mistake, but Hayes will bat. He is 3 for 4 with a 1-2 pitch from Banks. Grounded to short. Turner picks it up, throws to first, and makes the play, and that's 2 outs. So Andujar will bat. He is 1 for 4. He has scored a run. So can Banks get through this inning? 2-2 pitch. Grounded to third. There's Bohm. Makes the throw across, and that's the third out. So Banks does get through. So I guess the decision worked out. But 2-run score on the De La Cruz home run. And after 7, we have a football score. 14-13, Philadelphia ahead. So Suter will sit down. And faced 5 batters. Right? No, he faced 4 batters. That's right. He faced 4 batters. He came in after Turner. Okay. So Suter faced 4 batters. 2/3 of an inning. And the Reds will go to the bullpen again. They have a little more bullpen left than the Phillies do. So, Real Muto, Stott, and Bader will bat. And we'll see who pitches here. Littell, Burns, Ashcraft. Here in the top of the 8th, they're going to go with Graham Ashcraft. Graham Ashcraft will pitch. And he is a setup closer type pitcher. All right, so Ashcraft to pitch and Real Muto to step in here in the top of the 8th. Real Muto is 0 for 3, but he has walked and scored. 14-13, the Phillies lead here in the top of the 8th. And a 2-2 pitch from Ashcraft to Real Muto. Ground ball sharp to short, and De La Cruz will throw him out at first, and that's the first out, and Bryson Stott will step in. Flew out to center field last inning, his first time up. So 1 out, and a 2-2 pitch to Stott as well. And he struck him out on a cutter, and that's 2 outs. Harrison Bader will bat. He is 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. He has a stolen base, and he has walked. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th for Ashcraft on a 2-strike pitch. Struck him out. So a 1-2-3 inning, which has been very rare for the last 3 or 4 innings. And the Phillies go down quietly in the top of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we're going to the bottom of the 8th. The Phillies lead 14-13. So Banks will sit down. Faced 5 batters. And it will be Steer, Hayes, and Stevenson to bat, and they're going to go with Matt Strom. They're saving Nola in case it goes extra innings, and then they'll have a starting pitcher. I guess, but that would be the case. That'd probably be a good option. So Strom will pitch. He is the 6th Philly pitcher of the night, of the game, actually, not the night. So let's see what he is. He's probably the same as everybody else. Yep. Okay. So Matt Strom will pitch, face Steer, Hayes, and Stevenson. Let's see if Cincinnati has a pinch hitter. Left-handed batter. No, they don't need him. They don't need anybody, I don't think. Okay. So Steer will bat. He is a 2 RBI single, and he's 1 for 4 in this game. So the Reds here in the bottom of the 8th, trail by 1, and Matt Strom goes to work. 1-2 pitch. Guarding the lines are the 3rd and 1st baseman. And that's blooped into right field, and that will lead off the inning with a base hit. Second hit for Steer, and here we go again. Here we go. Let's see what happens now with Hayes. He is 1 for 4. He does have 2 RBIs, but he has struck out 3 times. So Strom has work to do. Steer looks like he has the ratings for making a steal, maybe. Bone playing in at third. Case of a bunt. 2-strike pitch. Struck him out. Strom gets him on a slider, and that's the first out. 4th time Hayes has struck out in this game, and that's a 1 out. Stevenson will bat. He is 1 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. He has walked. He has scored 2 runs. Steer at first. 1 out. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's a walk. The tying run moves to second base. The lead run is now on first. And Marte will bat. And third corners, well, Harper holds at first. Bone plays even with the bag in case of a bunt at third. First and third. First and second with 1 out. And the first pitch. That's lined into left field. Incoming is Marsh, and that will be the second out. So Friedel will bat here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Friedel is 1 for 5, 2 runs scored and an RBI. And the first pitch, ground ball to second, Stott over to his left, over to first. And that will be the 3rd out. So Strom does his job and gets through the 8th inning. No runs, 1 hit and 2 left. We head to the 9th inning. The Phillies 14 and the Reds 13. And Ashcraft will remain in the game, at least for now. They don't have any left-handed relievers, so they can't play that card. They have Lodolo, but he's going to start potentially the next game. So he would only be used in a emergency. So we're going to keep Ashcraft in the game. It'll be Marsh, Turner, and Schwarber to bat here in the top of the 9th. Marsh is 1 for 2, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. And he has a double. So here we go, Ashcraft, 1-2 pitch. And he struck him out on a changeup, looking, and that's 1 out. Trey Turner steps in. He is 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs. So 1 out here in the top of the 9th. 1-strike pitch. Grounded sharply to third. Hayes gets it. He better hurry because Turner can run, and that's 2 outs. Kyle Schwarber steps in. Schwarber has scored 4 runs in this game, and he has walked 3 times. He has a base hit, and he has struck out. So Schwarber is the next batter with 2 outs. 2-2 pitch to Schwarber from Ashcraft. Struck him out. So Ashcraft faces 6 batters and gets all 6 of them out. So we go to the 9th inning, bottom of the 9th, and the Phillies will bring in their closer, Duran. With the Phillies leading 14-13. And Duran will come in. Joan Duran will come in. And he will face McLean, De La Cruz, and Hayes. And let's see, did Duran pitch the last game? He won the last game, actually. So, the second 2, 3, and 4 hitters. McLean has 6 RBIs, 3 hits, 2 runs scored. So here's Duran trying to hang on for the Phillies. They lead 14-13. 2 strikes to McLean. Harper and Bone playing at the line. Struck him out on a curveball at 80 miles an hour. So that's 1. And here comes De La Cruz. He had a 2-run home run his last time. He is 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. He will switch over to the other side again and bat left-handed. He has been on both sides of the plate in this game. He hit the home run from the right side his last time. So 1 out for Duran and a full count to De La Cruz. And he walked him. So the tying run will be on first base with 1 out. And Austin Hayes will bat. He is 3 for 5, 2 runs scored. All he's missing is a home run. Oh. Are we looking at a cycle here? Uh-oh. Okay, we'll see if Duran can get him out. He has everything but the home run, and a home run would win this game. So De La Cruz at first has excellent speed. Would he try to steal second to get in scoring position? And a 1-2 pitch. Fly ball to center field. It is hit hard. It is caught. Bader catches it in center field at the warning track at the wall and saves an extra base hit and potentially the tying run. What a play. I thought he hit it out, actually. And that's 2 outs. So Bader, a defensive specialist in the outfield, saves at least 1 run and keeps De La Cruz at first base. So 2 outs for Andujar. Andujar is 1 for 5. He has scored a run. So De La Cruz at first. Andujar. 2 strikes for Duran. Fly ball right field. Over to the line is Kepler, and he will grab it. And the Phillies will win an improbable game. In Game 3, they will win it 14-13 after trailing 9-2 after 4 innings. Duran comes through in the 9th inning. And the key hit was Harper with a grand slam in the 6th run, 7th inning. And the Phillies avoid going down 2-1 in this series. What a game. That's fantastic. I thought Hayes had a home run, or at least extra bases, and Bader saved that. And the Phillies will survive this game. What an incredible game. 14-13, a football score here in Cincinnati at the Great American Ballpark. And the Phillies celebrate, but they should be thankful and that they will get through this game. An incredible game, and we will go to the totals and the recap in just a minute. So, what a game we have had. Things did break out for the Phillies, and Bryce Harper came through with 7 RBIs and a grand slam home run. 3 for 4, and he should be the player of the game, and he is the player of the game. So Harper is the player of the game. The Phillies score 14 runs and only win by 1 run. So 4.5 hours of fake time at the Great American Ballpark. Kyle Schwarber ties the NFL playoff game record for runs with 4. Bryce Harper ties the National League playoff game record of RBIs with 7. So the blunders by the Phillies, and there were 3 of them, even though they only had 1 run, there were 3. They survived those. And the key hitters, let's look at the batting for both teams. Two hits for Turner at 6 at-bats, 2 RBIs. Like I said, Harper 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, 7 RBIs. Schwarber scored 4 runs. So the top 3 of the order played well in this game. Bohm had a hit and an RBI. Bader 2 hits and then Marsh had a hit, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Kepler came in with a key base hit and knocked in a run when he pitch hit for Castellanos. For Cincinnati, Frido had a hit and RBIs, 2 runs scored. McLean, the big batter, 3 for 6, 2 runs scored, 6 RBIs. He had a home run. De La Cruz had a home run, 2-run home run, scored twice. Austin Hayes was 1 hit away from the cycle, and that was the home run part of it. He scored twice. Steer, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and Hayes, a hit and 2 RBIs. Stevenson scored twice. Marte had 3 hits and scored twice. So a lot that went on in this game. The scorecard was really full, and the Phillies will eke out a 14-13 win. The winning pitcher has to go all the way back to Kerkering, and the save goes to Duran. And the losing pitcher is Scott Barlow. I got to write those down. Let's see. Barlow is the losing pitcher. Ashcraft came in and shut him down, but the Reds did not have enough to come back. So Duran gets the save. Kerkering gets the win. So the Phillies will move to Game 4 and potentially the elimination game for the Reds. And the Phillies will get out of this game. I don't know how, but they did. And it's 14-13 the win. The totals. Philadelphia, 14 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. And they hit 2 home runs for Harper. One of them was a grand slam. Cincinnati, 13 runs, 16 hits, 1 error. They hit 2 home runs also, McLean and De La Cruz. So that was a classic game here in Cincinnati for this Game 3. Neither team wanted to give this game up, and we ended up with a classic. So we have to decide who the starting pitchers will be for Game 4. Do the Phillies go with Sanchez or Nola? And Reds, will they go with Lodolo? Or I think Singer would be the starter. Let's see. Yes. So those decisions will have to be made. So we'll leave this game. And look at these achievements. Date of achievement. 2 times they achieved it. First time, second time. 6th inning and 7th inning. Wow. No, wait a minute. They did it twice in one game. Cincinnati batted around twice. A grand slam for Harper. Look at all these achievements. Bryce Harper 3 for 4, 7 RBIs, double dinger with those 2 home runs. Schwarber scored 4 runs. 6 runs for the Phillies in the 7th inning. And a 7-run comeback for the Phillies. So it was an extraordinary game. Will the Padres and Brewers live up to the same type of excitement in the second game on this game day, October 8th? So I'm exhausted. That was a game. I haven't had one of those in a long time. I think the last time I was this exhausted was the 16-inning game the Reds played in against the Dodgers in the wild card game that eliminated the Dodgers. So what a game. I hope you enjoyed it, and and we look forward to the next game, and that will be San Diego trying to put away the number 1 seed Brewers in the nightcap of this game day. So everybody have a good day or a good evening and a good night, and I will see you next time.